commodities back and forth. And those that come across me.
Solidify!
Surge.
Close your eyes. Observe to dust.
This is order! Stabilize! Gather!
Green moons converge.
Close your eyes. Be silent.
Stabilize! Order guide you!
Useless.
Solidify!
Surge. A moonlit night for all.
Close your eyes. To dust. Be silent. Close your eyes.
这个你马上把靠上了，可比还是进不了套上。Закачай. Да, ольга на стоп. Да, там сам. Da. Andrei işte. Ben Spark mir das noch das später previ. Ich sage da scheiße deswegen.
I will have order!
Wayne.
Be silent. To dust.
Das hier sehr auf meiner Bestand. Das war geil, Dankeschön.
Flow.
Observe. Be silent.
Boring.
Order guide you.
Surge. Three moons converge.
Observe. Close your eyes. Night falls. Be silent. To dust.
Wane.
Observe. Close your eyes.
This is order. Use the force.
A moonlit night for all.
Futile. Order guide yourself. Stabilize.
Flow.
Observe.
This is order. Solidify.
Surge. Three moons converge.
Close your eyes. To dust. Observe. Close your eyes. Night falls.
Stabilize.
Observe. Be silent. To dust.
Order guide you. Yeah. Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
The neighbor
Yeah.
using the leeway has the most prosperous
Useless.
Varka de varka. Varka, varka, varka.
So Hertha's even roped our honorary knight into helping with this little venture. When we were discussing the drink stand earlier, I took one look at the menu and could barely contain my excitement. Now, it's finally time to sample the finished products. Can't wait to see your skills in action. Give me something that goes well with casual conversation, but still packs a punch. Of course they don't clash. A drink that packs a punch means you have to drink it slowly. And if you want to chat, then it has to go down smooth. So, something with a sweet aftertaste. The most suitable choice on this menu would be the Thorny Lake. It's a drink with a real kick that you can find in almost every... It's not enough to know the recipe, though. The key is in the mixing. Some bartenders choose to stick to the tried and tested basics, while others like to add their own. That's the spirit! Now, show me what...
Grandmaster, I hereby present you with this Thorny Lake for your enjoyment and assessment.
Well, the color and aroma are certainly on point. But as for the balance of flavors, I'll just have to taste it and find out. Not bad. You haven't overdone or skimped on any single ingredient. Though, unfortunately, perhaps I should have said modest. You followed the formula to a T, but if anything, you've played it a little too safe. Were you worried that deviating just a little might disappoint me? Hey, we fought side by side and dealt with things that even gods were loath to meddle with. Ours is a friendship forged in the margins between life and death. That said, if you ask me, you can ditch the nerves and work your mixologist magic. I'm looking for something that shocks the senses. Mull it over. There's no rush. We can chat while you think. Who knows? Ha! I like your style. Speaking of this garden, it brings back memories of something that happened many years when I was young. I like to find ruined guards to test my fighting skills, both armed and unarmed. Once, I failed to take down a stray missile, and it ended up destroying a watchtower on the city walls. As punishment, I had to run 50 laps around the city, repair the watchtower, and help rebuild the shattered walls in this garden. Indeed, among the misadventures of my youth, this is one of the most memorable ones. Mostly because that day, Crepus saw me covered in dirt. He took 2 bottles of 100-year-old wine and sent D-Luke, who looked even younger than Mika does today, to work out a clever way to get rid of Faru, who was guarding me. It was so hot that day, I could swear I was about to pass out. On a whim, I picked some mint leaves, put them in one of the wine bottles, and the result turned out to be surprisingly tasty. After Crepus tried it too, he was full of praise. He even wrote up an official recipe for my spontaneous creation. His customers loved it. Several summers passed, and Crepus kept writing letters about giving me a share of the profits, as though I could possibly accept. Yes, good old Crepus.
Zaplatowali kad će Krepes sad taj, a da započeo Dimoć od Krepes steht der Dialog plortai. Ich verstehe aber keine Ahnung, was steht. Nichts mehr, egal, was sabe para muito sortai.
Faru retired years ago, but he still gives me a stern stare every time we meet. He's a stubborn one. D-Luke, who replaced him, and then Kaya, who took over later, both performed impeccably. Changing times will always belong to the youth. He should have admitted defeat long. When I get the chance, I'll have Kaya show him the amazing progress the cavalry company has made. Well, let me think. I guess you could say it lacks impact. Even when following the same recipe, sometimes deliberately creating layers between spirits can bring out the different, In this regard, too, you've taken quite a tentative approach. Why not be a little bolder? Ha ha ha. You catch on quickly. No need to explain further. Pretty awesome, huh? It's like a hammerhead that you can fill with wine when you're not using it to pound in nails. It was a gift. Hoffman came up with the idea, Charles supplied the design, Wagner helped cast it. And about 10 or so knights chipped in to pay for the materials. They've been waiting to have a good drink with me. And this is my crucial weapon to aid me in a fair duel with them all. I'm the Grand Master, after all. I've been drinking a lot longer than them. I've practiced more assiduously, and so it's only fair to my subordinates that I drink a teensy bit more per round. Wouldn't you agree? Of course, some of them have been training as long as I have, and those ones won't be getting any special treatment. Take Hazelnut 3 and Hazelnut 5, for example. Both were skilled warriors who helped me deal with Eric back in the day. But nowadays, I have them helping Jean with miscellaneous duties. At today's after-work cooldown, they insisted on trying to keep pace. In the end, they lost our game of darts and ended up passed out on the floor. I already told Jean that I won't be approving their leave request for tomorrow, no matter what. It's a treasured place that the Knights of Favonius have maintained for years. So it makes sense that it's become the go-to location for organizing such things. I heard that while the expedition was underway, you were a great help in giving those left behind the opportunity to put their energy to good use. Sometimes, I look through the photos I've been given from those events. Though unfortunately, there aren't enough to include everybody. My conclusion is that Mondstadt needs to do more to popularize the camera.
Dai, perché devo tipo cario dopo di lo che sembra lo plori drema cario hol cioè nemena auto چهار كما كده شو تم برشيب فونتاين نتلان خيجة خدية بس فدي ده بلا كنا سبيشال كمان ده هو شو ما استيا هو شو ما nej ofta się kształt nadaje هو ما غير تشبيل هان نقدر سبيشال اي جواب شيء جواب انا شيء ما طب
If I were in charge of organizing events, well, I suppose everyone would revolve around fine wine, or at the very least, there would be some sort of tasting involved. For example, we could go all in on this drink stand and open it to the whole city, with every company of the night selecting one or more mixologists to compete against each other. It's only a thought. Can't let things get too out of hand. If I were to actually throw a grand banquet, Jean would come after me with her sword drawn. Even Frederica would launch a punitive expedition. While in Nodcry, we had a rule that knights must never get drunk while at their posts. Otherwise, it could lead to dereliction of duty, with serious Exactly. As expedition members return to their companies, my hope is that this rule will gradually just like firewater and Smedina. These Nodcry delicacies have made their way into Mondstadt's households and become part of people's daily. Young people need to learn restraint. At the end of the day, no one should be biting off more than they can chew. Unless it's someone near my level, they shouldn't even be thinking about enjoying a light buzz when they've still got work to do. You should come practice with me on weekends. Trust me, once I've drunk them under the table, they'll be swearing off wine.
On to was jetzt?